Namaste. Welcome to Zoom Yoga number 20. And as usual, let's start with a quote. It's unknown, but today's quote, knowing really how to pause, not just outwardly, but throughout your being, is a consummate art of living. I'll read that again. Knowing really how to pause, not just outwardly, but throughout your being, is a consummate art of living. So shall we try it? Let's pause, simply breathe and smile and reflect on something positive that's happening in your life now. So you can lie down in Shavasana if you wish. I'm not going to talk you through Shavasana today. You know it inside out. You can sit in Vajrasana, as I'm sitting in at the moment. This is good for helping digestion. It's also a nice way to stretch in the knees and the ankles. Or you can sit in any comfortable position. Sukhasana, a simple cross-legged position. Sit in a chair, lean against a wall. Get comfortable. And just close your eyes and simply pause and smile. Think of something to be grateful for. It can be anything. And let that energy, let that joy seep through your body and your mind. And always, always smile. If thoughts come to interfere in the process, just ignore them. You don't have to attach your emotions to them, you let them be. And if you're focusing on gratitude and being thankful, then this should help to keep them at bay. Slow, smooth, deep breaths. You may be focused on the beautiful food you had this morning. Maybe focused on the silence, the peace, something that's happened in the past. You may just be happy for this moment. It's a simple, delicious moment. Three more breaths. And three more smiles. And release yourself from whatever position you're in. We're going to start, since I mentioned food, we're going to start with the porridge posture. You sit in a relaxed, comfortable position. Slightly apart. We're going to keep our arms parallel to the ground. Inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to stretch forward, nice and slow. It doesn't have to be far, it doesn't have to be aggressive. Inhale as we come back. And look, you're just taking your body around to the first point of resistance. So what's in, and you can feel what's happening in the lower back. You can feel what's happening in the rib cage, your intercostals. You can feel what's happening in your hamstrings if they're tight. And you're rocking and rolling on your hips, which helps, supposedly, to reduce adipose tissue in that area of the body. So we exhale as we go forward, around, inhale as we come back. Nice and easy. You're trying to keep the arms parallel. If they get tired, you stop and you have a rest. You don't want to be dropping your arms down into the porridge. We're still in the porridge, remember? We're holding what's called a spurtle in Scotland. It's a wooden stick without the spoon section at the end. So it's just a straight wooden stick. It's called a spurtle. So we're holding the spurtle as we lean back, inhale, exhale forward clockwise. Nice and slow. Remember, if you're getting a buildup of lactic acid in the shoulders, the arms, stop. Put your spurtle at the side of the pan, relax. Start to breathe slowly and deeply. Take a breath in from the back of the neck, remember. Inhale into the back of the neck and flush it down through the shoulders and arms. When you feel the lactic acid is dissipated, you start again. But we'll start going the opposite direction. We'll go anti-clockwise. Exhale as we go forward, around, and back we come. So you're giving the body time to adjust. Remember that 6 seconds, muscles, tendons, ligaments start to assist you. It takes 6 seconds for the body to say, okay, we can help you. Instead of aggressively going in and going for the maximum and stretching and straining with the breath, exhale, around and back we come. You can feel what's happening to the body, the thigh muscles. Even for some sitting in this position, this will be too much for the thigh muscles. You can feel the stretch in the hamstrings. You can certainly feel the effect in the shoulders and arms. Remember, you're keeping it parallel to the ground. Nice and slow. If it feels a bit stiff, then you probably need a little bit more water in your porridge. So add some more water, make it a bit easier for you. Keep coming, trying to get the full range of movement right around. You can feel the stretch through the intercostals. Back you come. And again, if it's too much, you stop. Sit tall. Focus on the Bija mantra. One behind the neck, which covers the neck, shoulders, and arms. Take a breath directly in there. The sound is hung, hung. The reiteration is namaha, hung, namaha, as you saturate the neck, shoulders, and arms. Now, I know for some, this is already slightly uncomfortable for here. So we take our legs in, we're going to row the boat now. So we've made our porridge, we're going for a picnic in the boat. Again, try to keep your legs flat on the ground. So it doesn't matter how far you get, you're going to hold the oars, and we're pushing forward, holding the oars. As we come up, it doesn't matter how far you get, come up and we're exaggerating the movement as we pull the oars back and then down. Exhale as you go forward. Exaggerating the movement, opening the elbows, squeezing those shoulder blades, and down. Nice and easy. So it's a nice summer's day. It's nice and warm. I hope you've got on your sunscreen, your factor 50. The glare of the water. Exhale down and up we come. Nice and slow. And you can feel the body warming up. Again, we're going to change direction because we've realized we've forgotten the porridge. We've forgotten our picnic, so we have to go back. So we start in reverse. We inhale as we come up, forward, and then back. Exhaling as you go forward. Inhale right up. And sit tall. Now we're going to ring a few bells to tell people to come and join us. So we inhale as we raise the right arm, stretch up, and you're stretching forward to that thick piece of rope to clasp it, and then exhale down. Stretch up, release this intercostals, forward. It's a strong stretch. You're clasping this thick rope. Ding. You can say this as loud as you wish. If I say it any louder, my microphone will cut out. I've already tried it. Pull, exhale, dong. So you can really reverberate the body with your dings and dongs. Ding as you exhale down with the left. Inhale up with the right. Dong. Keep the vibration going for the full exhalation. Ding. Dong. Don't be shy. If you're doing it in a group, you're all doing it at different times, so it reverberates a wonderful sound around the room, which helps to release tension in the body, tension in the mind. Every experience we've gone through has left an emotional deposit in the physical body. Mantra works to release that. Stretch right up, forward, clasp, exhale down. Give yourself a break, sit tall. If you need to, place your hands close in the side of your body to give you that support if you need to. If not, just place your hands on your legs or your knees, thighs or your knees. Take a breath up the spine. And as you exhale, soften and release. And pause. Pause with a smile and a breath. Pause and reflect. Be grateful for something in your life. Anything. Now we're going to lie down on our side, on our right hand side. There's many ways of doing this very simple posture, but we're going to keep it simple. We're just going to rest on our elbow and ensure it's directly under the shoulder. We're going to toes at right angles to our legs, so it gives us help of balance. And again, you can take your left hand and place it in front of the body. So you've got 3 points of balance. Otherwise, you can point to toes, you can release this hand, and you can go straight down actually on the head, like so. But we'll keep it simple. We'll stay up like this. Toes are giving you balance, this hand's giving you balance. And we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we gently stretch the left leg forward. Of course, you're trying to keep it as straight as possible. Inhale, and then we're gently stretching the left leg back. You're not taking the torso forward so you can get the left leg further. It doesn't matter how far you get. I cannot get very far with pushing my leg back. So we inhale and exhale forward with the left. You get a lovely stretch. Wait for your pause. Inhale. Exhale as you push your left leg back. As I say, try not to go forward with the shoulder. Inhale to neutral. Exhale forward. And again, as you're going forward, try not to lean back. You can take a leg right round if you're leaning back. Perhaps you can take it round if you're not. So you're trying to keep your torso in a neutral position. Inhale, exhale. You can keep it out in the forward position and breathe slowly and deeply and allow that 6 seconds. This isn't for everyone because it's quite tiring. If your leg starts to shake or tremble, then that's your secondary muscles trying to do the work of the primary muscles. So you've been in the position for too long, so you come out of it. Inhale. Exhale, relax. You can take a comfort breath. And back to it. So of course, our bodies are all at different positions, depending on what challenges we've gone through in life, how we've coped with them. As I said, every experience leaves an emotional deposit in the physical body, and eventually it wears you. But of course, at any time you can stop, take a breath, start again, start to release these deposits. Sometimes they make you hyper, sometimes you start crying, sometimes you become quite vulnerable. But it's just a cleansing process. You can do it any time. Now we'll raise the left leg. Check that you haven't lost your position. Readjust if you have. Keep the torso aligned. Inhale as we lift. You're not pointing the toes, keeping the toes at right angles. Exhale as you lower. Doesn't matter how far you get. My hips are very tight with swimming and cycling, so my movement is restricted. You go to the first point of resistance. If you were to do this posture for the next 30 days, then of course, your range of movement would increase significantly. It is said you should do a posture for 30 consecutive days, and you know that posture inside out. A couple more on your own time. Check it, you're not slouching down. Check it, you're still keeping the class of your posture. Remember, you always keep enough energy and desire and focus to enter a posture with class, perform it with class, and leave it with class. Now we're going to change side. Now we're lying on our left side. Take the elbows directly under the shoulder. Again, you can have your right arm resting on your side, or you can use it as a balance, and you get your toes triangles. And then we're off again. We inhale, exhale as we come forward with the right leg. So you can do it dynamically, inhaling and exhaling, or you can hold the position for a number of breaths. And then back. I have minimal movement on this side. This is the side I've had problems with, challenges with for many years. So you have to be very careful myself. And you can stay in the position and start to breathe. Excuse me, start to breathe. And allow the muscles, tendons, ligaments to start to stretch. And smile, of course. Again, you can continue these for as long as you wish. If you find a particular posture that addresses any issues that you have, then you try to do that one every day. And add a few other challenging ones. You can build up your own program relatively quickly. Then we'll raise the right leg. Again, don't point the toes. Keep the ankle loose. Lower down at your leisure. This one gives me a lot of discomfort, but it's healthy pain. It's working the joint as opposed to damaging the joint. When I hold this up, I get a very strong ache. So it's always important. With experience, you'll be able to distinguish between healthy pain and unhealthy pain. A couple more in your own time. Always checking that you're keeping the base position. You're not slouching forward. You're not resting on the elbow like you're watching television or something. You have the awareness to keep the class in the class. And when you feel you've had enough, we're going to go on our back and do Supta Pavamuktasana. Remember, that's the right leg, both legs, left leg. A wonderful exercise that you can do every day before you even get out of bed, before you even open your eyes. Ankle and balance on bone. Okay, so again, you can lie down using your muscles, or you can slip your hands behind your back and lower yourself down. So we're going to inhale as we slide the right foot along. Exhale as we clasp around the knee. And we're going to stay in this position. And just start to breathe. So your chin is in your sternum, squeezing your thyroid. You're pulling on the knee, which is squeezing your inguinal nodes. You're contracting the arms, you're stretching the back. You're actually massaging the stomach as well. You may get the knee right flat on the abdomen. It's not so important. What's important is you breathe slowly with awareness. Allow body to release its own accord. And when you feel the need to release, you inhale, exhale as you slide away. Inhale as we slide the left foot along, the right foot along. Exhale as we squeeze both knees. Right leg, both legs, left leg. We just stay in the position for a few breaths. You might get a snap, crackle, pop. That's okay. It's muscles, ligaments, tendons. Finding a natural position. Sometimes it's air bubbles in the synovial fluid. But as long as you're doing it with awareness and gently, you're less likely to cause any damage. And now it's the left leg. Inhale as we slide the left foot along. Exhale as we gently squeeze. Supta Parvamuktasana, the wind releasing posture. The wind in this case is energy. We're releasing energy through the body. Although sometimes people do release that other energy as well. You've had enough, you inhale and release. Slide away. We're now going to put one foot on top of the other knee. So we're going to start. We'll take our left leg, slide the foot along. And we're going to place our right foot on top of the left leg. And we're going to clasp under the knee or over the knee, wherever you can reach, or even on the leg. So you have a choice of clasping under the knee or over the knee. And again, we just hold this position. If it's too much on your neck, then you can lean back, but it's a different stretch altogether. So if you can, you hold the position, trying to relax every muscle that isn't actively involved in the stretch. And what you try to be aware of which side is tighter. This is my tighter side with the right foot on the left knee. I know this from experience because we're going to do one stage side and then we're going to repeat the tight side. So we release. Right foot on the ground, and then obviously we're taking the left foot, placing it on the right knee, and we'll go back to the stretch. So it's either on the thigh, under the knee, or over the knee. And we're back into the stretch. And just let the breath do the work. Some people can get an uncomfortable neck with this. So you don't stay in it for so long until you get more used to it, or you allow the body to roll back and rest in this position. But please be aware it's a completely different stretch. So now you have the experience of both sides. You'll be able to say which side is tighter. So we come out. We do one lift with the buttocks. Stay in this position for a couple breaths. Gently lower down. And then you do the side that was the tightest again. This helps to rebalance the body. So for me, it was the right one over the left. Back into it. And you'll find at this time going back into it, it's much easier. And just relax and smile and pause. And give thanks for something, for anything. For the fact that you're doing this class. For the fact that you can do the class. and smile. Free serotonin. Anytime you smile, you flush the body with serotonin. Because the body cannot distinguish between a genuine smile and a disingenuous smile. So we come out, we release the leg, stretch out. Allow a few moments in Shavasana. So allow the palms to face upwards, the floppy feet. And of course, we take our lordosis, that natural curve in our lower back, and now you can compress it onto the ground. So you inhale, it's like a little pelvic tilt. You get a contraction of the abdominals. You get an easing of the curve in the lower back. And release. So you're not holding the breath, you're allowing it to remain in as you gently compress. There's a space. If you put your hand underneath, most people have a natural space. We're just pushing down and getting rid of that space. And pause. Remember that space in between the inhalation and the exhalation, or the exhalation and the inhalation. That pause is said to be the seed of meditation. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. No pressure on your time or your energy. You just pause and enjoy. A couple more breaths. And smiles, of course. Now we're going to sit up. So you have a few choices. You can put the hands at the side of the body and push up. You can slip your hands behind your lower back and push up. But if you want to use the body and muscles, you can do the balancing board if you feel your abdominal muscles are up to it. So we look towards the toes, palms are down, we lift up. This is the balancing board. Supposedly you're meant to have a balancing posture in each yoga class, a forward bend, a backward bend, a twist, inverted posture, and balancing. And if you can, you just allow the weight to tilt forward and you've come up. Of course, equally, you slip your hands under your lordosis and you push through the arms and you come up protecting your body. No drama. Or at the side, use your elbows and up you come. I'm always amazed when people come to classes and they can't always get up and down. And within 5-6 weeks, they can push up and down and lift themselves off the ground and they're so excited. Right, I think it's sitting twists now. Yes, sitting twists. Sitting forward bend. Okay, so I'll face this way so you can see what happens with the... So we're just going to do simple sitting twists. So we're not sitting like this. This is how many people sit and this feels more comfortable. We're sitting tall. Contracts the thighs. Pulls on the lower back. And we're going to twist to the right. So we're going to take our left leg and cross it over the right. Now, if you don't think your back is strong enough for this, then you can take your right hand and you place it in close as you can to your seat, and this acts as a support. So you're not like this. You've got this as a stanchion. The palm is as close to your bottom as possible, and this acts as a support. If you don't think you need it, you just take your arm and place it around the side. And we're just sitting tall. I'll keep the hand there to show you the difference it makes. It lifts you right up and just ensures. And we're just going to sit in this position and pause. Obviously, pause is the theme of today. Keep the spine straight. Keep the smile wide. As you exhale, you're allowing the body to turn around to the right. Allowing. You can feel the intercostal muscles, the muscles between the ribs. You can feel what's happening. Again, if you feel that your back is strong enough and there's no problem for this, then you just let it go. But it's a completely different twist. If your muscles aren't strong enough, then you will strain other muscles. So please use this if you need to, and you get the benefit of the twist without damaging the body. Inhale, exhale. Don't drop the chin. Don't slouch. It's not how many postures you do. It's the length of time that you stay in them and where your mind is during the posture. If you're in a posture making up your shopping list, there's little point. If you're in a posture still getting angry about the wee domestic the previous night, there's little point. In a posture thinking of what you're going to do the minute class is finished, there's little point. Stop the class now and go and do it. When you feel the body's getting a little bit tired or you're having to focus a lot more to keep the class of the posture, and that's the time to come out of it. You unravel slowly. Release the left leg. Readjust your position. And then we're taking the right leg over the left. The left hand is acting as a support this time. So you're not slouching. Or again, we can have it round like this. Tall. But I'll keep the post down just so you can see. And relax and smile and pause. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Immersing myself in this present moment, I know. Beautiful moment. Just by saying that, the body relaxed and I smiled. I used to hate these twists because they were very uncomfortable. Now I love them. So we're not going to come out fully this time. We unravel. We keep the right leg over the left. But we take the left arm over the right leg. So we'll go in the opposite direction. So the right leg is still over the left, but we're turning to the right. So it just gently increases the twist. Again, if you need the support, get it down there. And it will ensure that you're upright. And then with time, the muscles will build. But if you don't, you relax. Keep the chin parallel to the ground. Smile. Three more breaths. Unravel the right arm. Of course, to complete the sequence, we release the right knee. We put the left over the right. And we go in the opposite direction. We go around to the left. So the right arm comes over, hook around the knee. Or if, depending on the length of your limbs and how flexible you are, you can do it like this. I like to just hook. And there we are, around to the left. Entirely up to you how long you stay in these positions. 3 more breaths, if you wish. Release the left arm. Release the right. Realign the knee joint. Around we come to sitting forward bend. So sit tall. Relax for a few breaths. Hands on the knees or hands on the thighs, whatever's more comfortable. And we're going to do a simple forward bend, but we must keep looking forward. We're not going to drop the chin. The minute you drop the chin, you will bend the spine, which is fine at the very end, but we don't want that initially. It doesn't matter how far you get. You don't need to be touching your toes or stretching way beyond your feet. We're sitting tall, we inhale. And as we exhale, we're trying to keep the spine dead straight. And we're bending from the hips. We're not bending the spine. So inhale. Keep looking forward. It's very important. Keep the chin up. And just allow your body bend from the hips. Inhale and just see if there's any movement. It doesn't matter. There may be minimal movement. But regardless of the movement, there'll be a stretch. That's what's important. So we're in no rush. I don't think. Plenty of time. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, relax through the spine, through the hips. Keep looking forward. Do not drop the chin. Try to keep the legs flat on the ground. So breathe. Breathe, believe, and receive. Breathe and believe the benefits. You will receive them. Keep looking forward. Very easy to drop the chin. Perhaps you're able to move your hands further along your legs. That's okay. It's also okay if you can't. Keep breathing. Keep believing and keep receiving. And when you genuinely feel that you cannot get any more movement without dropping the head, and that's when you can drop the head. You can drop the chin, and you'll be able to move further forward and just relax. But as you inhale, you're still trying to lift up through the spine. You're not trying to increase the curve of the spine. You're trying to lift up, lift up, lift up, and then soften down and through. And this is where it doesn't matter where anyone else in the class has got to. It doesn't matter. We have no idea what other people have done with their bodies and minds. So it's of no interest to the individual who's practicing. Just allow that stretch. And when you feel you've had enough, you keep your chin tucked in And slowly, and I really mean slowly, walk your hands back along your legs. Slowly as you can. Just allow each vertebra to come back into place. A delicious feeling. Slowly, slowly, slowly. The last moment, you lift your chin up, relax your shoulders, your arms, keep your eyes closed, smile. Stay in the seated position, or if you feel the need to lean back a little, you can place your hands behind your back and just ease that spine a little bit more. We're ready to do a back stretch anyway, so pause. Okay. So now we're going to roll up the front of our mat. We're going to do crescent moon. We're going to do a lunge forward up with our knee. So we want support for our knee. Crescent moon, leaning back. So roll up the front of your mat. You don't have to move it. You just roll it up. It's very important to get the support on the knee. And then we're going to stretch forward with the right leg. And remember, this is important where we get the width. So we're going forward with the right leg, not narrow. So you want as much space between the two legs as possible, which gives you more balance. And we're going for the middle way. So we're not going away forward. So when we come forward, we're straight into a strong lunge. That's too much. We're not having it too close. So when we go forward, the heel comes right off and you're barely getting any stretch. So have a try out. Get the middle way where I'm getting a little stretch there, which is nice. I've got the foot that needs a bit to be wider. You can take the back leg and you can see what I'm doing with the foot. We can take it across, which gives more balance. So play about, see what's comfortable, have a try. I'm going forward, I've got enough support with the cushion. It's really important to get your support. And we're just going to go into a lunge. Then we're going to raise our arms and we're going to lean back. So it's easy going into a lunge at the moment, but once you add the twist and raising the arms, then you have to make sure that your base position is comfortable. So have a try. That's not too bad for me. So we're going to inhale as we raise the arms, palms facing each other. Exhale as we go forward into our lunge. It's not a strong lunge, it's a gentle one. But we're going to inhale as we lift up and we're gently going to lean back. So it's compressing the back, different position. I'm actually going to come out of this because it's uncomfortable for my knee. So I need a little bit more support. So it gives you a good example that it's worth taking the time to invest in the base position. That's much better. Yes. Okay. Check my lunge. Yep, it's a good one. So inhale, lift up, palms, exhale down through. So this is a position you're comfortable in. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale as you soften through the lunge and you're just leaning back. Inhale, lift up. And we're leaning back. Be careful if you've any lower back issues with this. You're always the arbiter to decide if it's for you or not. You don't have to lean back. You can just lift up and do your lunge. Inhale, lift up and through and soften down. To come out, we inhale as we come up. Exhale down with the arms. A quick athletic flip. So then go forward with the left leg. Just check. Again, yes, that's comfortable. Yes, I've got the balance. So we inhale as we raise. Arms up and exhale as we come down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale into the lunge and gently lean back. So we're not aggressively going back like this. You can, but you'll feel what it does to the thigh muscles, the inguinal nodes, your abdominals. We're being gentle to the body. Once you get used to the posture, you can increase your determination. It's a gentle stretch. It's minimal in movement. Again, you can stay in these for as long as you wish. 3-5 breaths, or 3-5 minutes once you've built it up. Inhale, exhale down. Now we'll stay with this leg out. I'm going to do a twist. So we're going to inhale as we raise the arms up. Exhale as we turn around to the right, open the body up and into the lunge. Inhale through the fingers and soften through. Again, 3-5 breaths, 5 minutes. I'm only giving you samples in a class. Inhale as we come up, turn around, exhale down. And then we have to do the twist on the other side. So we'll go forward with the right foot. Get your width. These are quite strong once you stay in them a bit longer. But initially, you're just trying to train the body. So we inhale as we come up with the arms. Exhale as we go forward and open. Stay in this position. I'm going to come out because my foot wasn't too far enough apart, forward. Start again. That's better. Inhale, stretch through those arms. Exhale, soften. When you want to come out, inhale, push through, turn around. Okay, foot outside. So we're staying with the right foot forward. And we're just going to go forward with our hands. The right foot's going to remain outside of the right hand. So we're leaning forward. And there's 3 ways to do this. We can be flat completely on our hands, the palms. Or we can come up in the fists. Or we can come up in the fingers. But it's very important, if you choose to come up in the fingers, you keep the thumb directly underneath the joint, so it acts as a post. And you've got your three fingers. So that's secure. You don't want the thumb spread out wide. You'll damage the joint if you slip. So I'm going to start with the palms down. And you know what I'm doing. We're just going to do a lunge, inhale, and just gently go forward to the first point of resistance. And you wait. You stay there. Exhale. Inhale, we're looking up. And then softening through as you exhale. So you're trying to concave the back. Inhale. So this is why we've done all the hip movements today in the twists. Inhale as we look up. Exhale as we soften. And you see what's happening with this, the lunge. Nothing aggressive. You're pausing. You're pausing. Inhale. Exhale, soften. It's a very nice stretch. So if you're uncomfortable with this one, remember you can come up in the fists and you can try that. A completely different stretch. Inhale, look up, exhale, soften. And if you still don't feel that's for you, you can come up in the fingers, keep that thumb in directly under the joint, so you're not going to damage it. And again, it's a completely different stretch again. I'm always just giving you samples in a class environment. You could stay in this position for 15, 20 minutes. Wonderful stretches. But not if you're just starting it. So we're going to come out. I'm going to change position. So remember, get your check. Check that it's not too close. That's no use. I'm not getting any stretch with that. Check it, you've got your width. And then go into your lunge. Remember, palms on the ground, fists or fingers. Just allow the body and breath to do its work whilst you wait and pause and smile. Couple more breaths. And gently come out. Slowly, slowly, slowly. You can come back and stretch your leg if you wish. Unravel your mat. I was going to do animal relaxation, but instead, I think we just lie down in Shavasana. So remember, palms facing upwards. A comfortable distance away from the torso, which allows the shoulder to flatten on the ground. Floppy feet, very important. Floppy feet about mat width apart, which allows the hip joints to relax, be free. Check that your chin is not painting the ceiling. So you don't want your chin away arched back like this. You don't want it tucked in to get the middle way. Take your lordosis, that gap in your lower back, and gently compress onto the ground. Take a few sighs. Remember, the sighing is said to be the quickest way to initiate the relaxation response. So at any time you're stressed, sigh 2 or 3 times. See what happens. Never believe a word I say. Use the stuff, try it, and ignore what doesn't work. But we'll try a couple sighs. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. I smiled doing that. Wait until the body wants to do another one. In through the nose. Slow, smooth, deep. Wait for your natural pause. Out through the mouth. One more. Marit Asana, the dead man's pose. You're letting go of the old space. Let go. Let go. Let go. Knowing really how to pause, not just outwardly, but through your being, a consummate art of living. Knowing really how to pause, not just outwardly, but throughout your being is a consummate art. So you're not controlling the breath, you're allowing the breath to come and go of its own accord. But with each exhalation, you're pausing, pausing, and smiling. And releasing some of these emotional deposits that have been stored up in your physical body. Read this again. You can't listen to this too often, I don't believe. Knowing really how to pause, not just outwardly, but throughout your being, is a consummate art of living. As usual, we'll finish with another quote. This one's from Rumi. There is a candle in your heart, ready to be kindled. There is a void in your soul, ready to be filled. You feel it, don't you? There is a candle in your heart, ready to be kindled. There is a void in your soul, ready to be filled. You feel it, don't you? As always, namaste with much love. Thank you.